to a brand new YouTube video, a new vlog that is me doing something that is well overdue, to be honest. As you will see by the title of this, I decided to reorganise my whole life, aka my whole house. I've literally as I'm filming this, I'm starting it. But my plan is to kind of tackle a different room over a couple weekends and a couple 2 days over the next, 4 days, 2 days a week over the next few weeks. But I'm starting today with the kitchen because I feel like that's probably the worst one. So I think I'm just going to get it done with first. But also I think it's the thing that is the most overdue and in need of, the kitchen and the cellar. So I'm going to do the kitchen today and the cellar tomorrow. That is the plan. And in the kitchen, I actually want to kind of move quite a few things around, swap cupboards and just make it all make a bit more sense. I think it's kind of worked as it is. It's not bad at all. But do you know when you've lived somewhere for a year and a half, 2 years now? I'm actually oh, you know what? That would probably make more sense to be in that cupboard. And you just build up stuff as well. I bet some of the back of some of the cupboards, there's probably empty boxes and just things that I don't really need anymore. So I'm going to go through every cupboard and clean every cupboard while the things are out of it and just give it a facelift, give it a fresh new feeling. So I'm going to probably do quite a lot of time lapses and just, show you some of the process. One thing is, I've literally just got a fresh manicure, just got my nails done, which is not really good timing to be reorganising and deep cleaning the kitchen. I want to deep clean the oven as well. That seriously needs it. But I think I'm going to put on the marigolds, to protect these nails, because I've not got another appointment for about 4 weeks. So these have got a long time to last. So I need to do what I can to help them now. So anyway, enough rambling, because I just need to get on with it. It's 12 o'clock. I've got all day. I've got no plans today at all. But I do not want it to take all day. I'm hoping that I'll be done by 5 p.m. Right, I've done majority of the cupboards now. Well, I've done all the cupboards actually. I just need to clean the outside of them, but I've rearranged all the insides now. The final job is cleaning the oven, which is one of the worst jobs. I'm sure everyone will agree with that. To be honest, we don't actually use the oven that often because we use the air fryer so much. So I really don't have to clean it that often. But it is probably a bit overdue a clean, so let's not break the sink. So I'm just getting that done. Then I just need to clean the fronts of the cupboards and then wipe down all the surfaces and do hoover and mop the floor. There's just an odd few little bits I need to figure out where they're going to go. And I've got quite a lot of clutter on the dining table, which you can probably see. But a lot of that is to store in the cellar, which I'm sorting out tomorrow. So I'm probably just going to leave that on the table until tomorrow. I'm also watching, while I do this, the most random thing ever. I'm watching the Downton Abbey movie. Because I've watched all the Downton Abbey series and I've really enjoyed it. I think I've watched it all twice. But I've never actually watched the movie, and I kind of wanted to watch something that was new but familiar. And it just popped up and I thought, you know what? I'll give that a watch. So that's what I'm doing. Keeping me occupied while doing these boring jobs, Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. It's Saturday, which means it's, I was going to say loft sort out day. It's not loft sort out day. It's cellar sort out day. Wrong storage room. This is one where I've got to psych myself up for. To be fair, I don't actually think it'll take me too long because we organised it like the start of last year, so like a year ago. And it's kind of got a good format where everything goes. Things just haven't been put back in the right place. So it's more so I just need to like put everything back in the right place. There's some clothes down there that need to go to like the charity shop and things. So I need to bring them up because they've been there for months. So I don't think it'll be awful. I'm hoping I can get it done quite quick. That's my aim. So I'm just going to get going with it. I want to get like some editing done today because I didn't get loads done yesterday. I was hoping to get some more done after the kitchen yesterday, but I feel like the kitchen just takes so long. Like that was definitely the biggest one. I'm really pleased I started with that, like I said, because it's just a very overwhelming task. But I do feel great for getting it done. I've got the Traitors Uncloaked that I'm watching in the background just to keep it a bit more interesting so I don't get too bored. I was actually going to do a park run this morning, but last night me and Nathan stayed up till like 2 a.m, which we never do anything like this, but we basically stayed up to finish watching this series that we were watching, which, yeah, we just never do. Like, we're literally usually a granny and granddad couple, like, in bed at 9:30 with the electric blankets on reading. But every time it got to the end of an episode, we were like, should we watch one more? Should we watch one more? And then it got to the point where we had 2 left and we were like, should we just finish it? But it was so not worth it. Like, it was such a strange series. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get on with sorting out this cellar. Okay, I'm going to start with sorting out all the coats here at the top of the stairs because it's so cluttered and crowded there, and all the shoes as well. I feel like there's definitely some coats that I don't wear that I can send to a charity shop. So I'm going to go through that first because then it'll make it easier to like organise some of like the cleaning stuff, which often ends up down there. So then I can put it up there straight away. Okay, I've had a slight shift around and I need to buy some more hooks because basically before, wait, let me turn it around, it'll be easier to show. Before I was using like all these hooks along this wall, so it was just like piling out, and then down here there's some shelves which are really handy, but because the hooks go right up to there, it was like not that easy to use them. Sorry, this angle is so bad, I'm really not showing it you well. Because they were just like constantly covered by coats. So what I'm going to do instead is buy some more hooks to go along there. This flipping boxing thing is the bane of my life. And we're going to give it to Nathan's brother. It was such like an impulsive purchase from Nathan, which he never does. And this is proof why he shouldn't, because we end up with something like this that he's used about twice in a year. Anyway, side note, I'm going to put some more hooks here so that then these like extra coats here, I've just put them there for now because they've got to go somewhere, will then go along there. So then kind of as you come in, there'll be more coats. That will be gone. And then this shoe rack is just 2-tier at the minute, but I think I might get a new one that's 3-tier because it'll give like a bit of extra height to be able to do that. And I just feel like that all makes it a bit, it just makes more sense. And then in this little gap here, when these coats are moved, to there, to that bit. This is I've got like the ironing board, the broom, the mop. Can maybe put the hoover in there, like the iron. Where the iron? I think I already showed it. The iron's on the shelves, and then the shelves can actually be utilised as well because there's a few more things I want to put on there. First step is done. Now to the actual cellar, the slightly dreaded part. But as I said, I'm hoping it won't take too long. Okay, any important part of a clear out is a trip to the tip. So that is what we're doing now. Well, I'm actually gonna, I need to fill up with petrol too. I'm actually gonna try go to a charity shop to see if they are accepting clothes at the minute. Try drop off 2 bags of clothes there. And then if they're not accepting it, I'll go to the tip and put the bags of clothes in the clothes banks. So yeah, and then I need to do a food shop. Then I'm going to come back, put the food in the slow cooker for tonight, because one thing I'm trying to do this year is start using the slow cooker more to just try a few like different recipes. And that's loud. And just make my life easier. I don't know why I don't take advantage of the slow cooker more, so I'm trying to get into it a bit. So let's go to the tip. Yay! Exciting. Nathan's gonna be sad he's missing my trip to the tip. I don't know if anyone saw that vlog where he was like passionately speaking about the tip and how everyone should go at some point. So I'm lucky for him, he's missing it today. I don't think he'll be that gutted. If he was here, he's got plans today. If he was here, I'd be sending him to do this. Hello, it's actually a few days later. Now I'm filming this, but I never gave you the little update of the organisation of the house. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to start with the kitchen. This is probably not even that interesting. Oh, I don't want to zoom in. There we go. This probably isn't even that interesting for some people, but I'm giving it you anyway. So there you go. To be honest, there wasn't actually like loads and loads that I moved around in here. The main thing I did was like I took everything out of every cupboard and wiped all of the shelves down, which was just a bit long overdue. Like I'd never done that since we lived here. Oh, this needs wiping as well. Yeah, I'd never done it since we had the keys and owned this house, and it's just good to keep on top of it so that whenever we end up moving out and like do the deep clean before we move out, it's not like horrendously built up. And obviously some cupboards needed it more than others. Like the ones with kind of sauces in were in much more need of it than just like one with plates in, because obviously sauces, like you'll get a bit of stickiness and remnants and all that. But I'm just wiping it down actually. Now I've come in, there's just a few spots that need a good little wipe. And I've also decided that I'm actually going to do this video in 2 parts. So I'm going to show you the kitchen and the cellar and then post that as part 1. So this one in the corner here was literally just full of the most random things. Like it had sun cream in, my pegs for when I hang washing outside, and all the hot drink stuff was in this cupboard here. So I've moved that around. So I've moved all the hot drinks, the like lunch boxes and baking stuff into this cupboard, because baking stuff was also down here, and I just feel like it makes much more sense to be in this cupboard with like the size of it. So that works really well. And then this cupboard, I've got Tupperware, and these 2 little boxes here are the replacement of my rubbish drawer, or my crap drawer as some people call it. because that was this drawer and it just had the most random things in it. Like you'd have command strips and pens and batteries and screwdrivers and letters and what else, like plastic bags, like just so random. So I've completely taken everything out of this and literally just got like kind of baking things in and tried not to fill it, so that if I get a few more things like this, there's space to add it in. And then I've done this instead. So this is all the stuff that was like in this drawer before, like just, oh, you can't even see, like all just the random things, like head torches and scissors, sellotape, you know, all that stuff. So I've just put them in 2 boxes. And then like water bottles, the pens in there. And this is the bit where I want to get like, I don't know if I'm going to explain this well or people know what I mean, like a kind of little shelf that like goes along and down, so that I can stack some of these under the shelf and then stack some things on top of the shelf. Maybe even if it was like 2 level, that would be ideal, because this is quite high for like these little ramekin dishes, but you can't really stack more than 2 on top of each other, because then they just seem like they're gonna fall off. Because I feel like I will start collecting a bit more Tupperware, like I could do with a bit more. So then if I stacked them better, like this bit, I'd have more space for Tupperware. Anyway, real like boring adult considerations. And I also cleaned the whole oven after that, which was great. That is just like one of the worst jobs, and I'm sure everyone will agree. So I saw, I think it was Bronte King had a similar kind of frame in her house, and I just really loved it. Like the thought of having loads of pictures in one frame, because I feel like we have so many lovely pictures, like me and Nathan and with friends and stuff. Like I wouldn't put one by itself up on the wall, but it's actually really nice to have the memories somewhere in the house. So yeah, I just feel like this is really nice to have a load of those memories. I'm considering putting it here, but I don't know if it'll look like too much. And if we did, I'd like take all the Polaroids off the fridge, so that was like didn't have any pictures on and was just blank. But yeah, I'm trying to like, oh, I don't want to drop this. I'm trying to picture what it would look like. And I just can't tell if it would be like too much or if it would be a nice bit of personality. If not, I think it'll go in the landing upstairs. I do think that maybe it'll like suit the landing a bit more. But obviously there it just won't be seen as much. So I kind of showed you this top bit in the video anyway, so I don't need to go into that. So I don't think I actually took a video of this space before, which I wish I did, because this is just a million times better. This is just my wash basket because I've got some drying in the dryer, but it is all organised. Like we had so much stuff just all along the floor here, and this is all cleared now, which is brilliant. Like there's space to actually just walk up and down the cellar, which is perfect. And I've kind of put everything in boxes. Like it's just makes a lot more sense. I've put like some of the cushions away, and we've just got space to like add things if we need to, like add some extra boxes. I was thinking I might have needed like some kind of storage shelf thing, but I actually don't at all, which is great, because that was one thing I didn't want to have to spend money on, because it's just like such a boring thing to spend money on, like storage for a cellar. Okay, I'm just going to show you the living room quickly. So we've moved the sofa and the chair. So the sofa used to be like along here and the L bit was there. And then that chair, well actually that chair's new. This is my new little striped chair, which I love. So it used to be the grey one, and that used to be over there. And this layout, I do feel like it makes the room look a little bit smaller, but I think it makes it feel so much more cozy and homey. So I don't actually mind that it looks a bit smaller, because I just feel like it works really nicely. And then I had this poof delivered on Friday. It's a storage one, so you can like lift that up I won't do it because there's stuff on top of it. So you can lift that up and store things inside of it, which is just really helpful. And we basically wanted that instead of a coffee table. So I'm going to try get like a little wooden tray to put these books and candle inside, to kind of treat it as a bit of a coffee table. This was the table that we had in here before, which Nathan literally just had from when he moved out. Like, he'd had that for years. So I think we'll put that in the loft. And then this is a big box of books from my grandma that I need to sort out because she's moving house and getting rid of things. So she's gifted us loads of books. But I am going to finish this video off here. It's probably a bit of a shorter one than usual. Well, it's not like super short, but I feel like sometimes I just do mega long videos. But yeah, I don't know how interesting it would have been for you. But thank you very, very much. And if you've made it this far, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. And I will see you very, very soon for a next video, which won't be a sorting out one. I'll give you a different one in between so you don't get fed up of just the boring house organisation content. But I will see you soon next Monday at 5 p.m. for another video. Bye!